Hello everyone and welcome to Retro Brick Reviews, where today I will be providing instructions for my alternate combination build of LEGO Harry Potter sets number 75953 Hogwarts Whomping Willow and 75954 Hogwarts Great Hall. This build being the Hogwarts Castle Grand Entrance. And yeah, today I'll be providing instructions for it, or more accurately, this part of it, because I did have to split this up into two parts since this model is well over 1,000 pieces. Yeah, so in this video I'll be giving instructions for how to build the bottom floor of the build, exterior, and interior. So without any more further ado, let's begin with the base. The base of the model is constructed from 3 plates. The first being this 8x16 plate, and at the back you're going to put in a couple of double cheese slopes, and at the front a 1x8 tile, a pair of 1x4s, and a 1x2. So this is the center. On the left we are going to need to take this, which will have a double cheese slope at the back there. In the corner we have this 2x2 jumper, and then up at the front we have a 1x3, a 1x4, and you can see the 2 plates up top. And then at the front, a little cheese slope, one of these rock pieces, a leaf piece with a cheese slope up top, and a corner brick. And these just attach together as such, so you can see how that lines up. And then the other side will be similar, but with a bit more complexity, so we'll have another double cheese slope at the back. Here, 6 from the edge, we have a standard cheese slope. Here in the corner we have this white round jumper. Then here we have a stud with a hole in it, a 2x3 tile, a 1x1 plate. Then here at the front we have another 1x3 and a 1x4 with a 1x2 plate up here. And here we have this wedge plate with a leaf piece up top. And then here in the front we have a mason brick and another corner brick, and those just connect together as such. So you can see the full base, which is quite wide. And now we're just going to be building up on this, starting with this side. So here are the parts we'll need to start building the wall. So we'll take this door frame piece, and that will go right on here. So we have 2 studs from the edge of both sides of the model. Then we'll take this 2x2x3 slope brick, 1x2 brick, a mason brick, and another 1x2 brick, and that'll just go here on the side. And then we'll take this rock element, a 1x2x5 brick, this leaf piece, and a cheese slope, and that will just attach on right here. So that is the first segment of this wall. Here are the parts we'll need for the next section. So we'll start with a 1x3 brick, a 1x4 mason brick, and a 1x1, then a 1x2, 1x2 mason brick, and a 1x4, then towards the back a 1x3 and a 1x2, and we will finish up this bit in a minute, but now we're moving on to the tower, or well, the turret I guess would be more accurate. Okay. So we'll start with this wall piece. I'm using this one with the hooded wizard on the back. Then a 1x1, a mason brick, and a 1x2x5. Then up top we'll take this wedge brick. Then we will take this piece with a pin in it and a 1x4, and that all just attaches on right here as such. And then we'll take a 2x2 sloped brick, and a double cheese slope. That attaches right up here. Okay, now we can move on to more of the corner area. Okay, so next up we'll start with this large tower wall piece. I'm using this one with the moss sticker towards the bottom. That'll just attach on right here. Then we'll take a mason brick, another mason brick, a 1x1, and a 1x3, and that will just attach on here to connect that up. So that breaks off. This bit here with this isn't too stable at the moment, but once you have everything closed up, there isn't really any way to break it off, so it'll be fine. Then we will take a 1x2 brick, this 1x2 with the clips, a pair of 1x1s, this 1x2 that's rounded, and then a mason brick. Turn that around, and it will go in here. And onto those clips, you will attach on the Slytherin banner as such, so that falls down into the Slytherin common room. Okay. Moving now more so onto the front. Okay, so we'll start with this tower wall piece. I'm using this one with the green witch at the back. 1x2 brick, a nougat 1x1, and then down here we will use a 1x1, a nougat 1x1, two more tan 1x1s, and another nougat 1x1, and that will all attach in here as such. Then we will take a 1x2, a mason brick, and then a nougat 1x1 and a standard 1x1. And then we will take this wedge brick, a tan 1x1, and two nougat 1x1s, and then this wedge brick. So we have this, and that'll just attach up here. Okay. Okay, so to begin the left front wall, we will start with a 2x2 brick. On top of that, we'll put a mason brick and a 1x2. Then another 2x2. Then a corner brick and a 1x1. And top off this column with a 2x2. That will go right here. And on that open stud on the rock piece, we will just put on a 1x1 slope. And then we have these columns of windows made up of two of the rectangular windows and one of the classic arched windows. And that will just attach on right here. And then here, we'll take a corner brick, then a 1x2 and a 1x1, then a mason brick, and two regular bricks, as well as one of these 1x1x3s with the clips. That goes in right here. Then another window column, then a nougat 1x1, and this 1x1 tile. And then on those clips, we can just attach on this large door piece. Okay. Okay, so to finish off this half of the first layer, we'll take a 2x2 brick and a corner brick. Then we'll take a couple of these 1x4 archway bricks, as well as this arch piece in nougat as I drop it, but putting that back on. Then behind here, we will put on just a standard 1x1 brick. Then here we'll take this 1x2 with a clip and a stamp piece and a cylinder. That's a cone, actually, derp, and then that forms a lantern, and that just attaches back here. Then here we'll take a corner brick, a mason brick, a 1x4 brick. That'll just attach on right here. There we go. Then a 1x2 and a 1x1. And that is half of the structure complete for this first floor. Okay, so beginning this wall, we'll start with a 1x8 brick, then a 2x4 slope, a 1x2 slope. On top of this, on top of the 2x4 slope, we'll put on one of these little green flowers for a bit of moss. Then next up, a 1x2 brick, 1x2 slope, nougat 1x1, rock piece, 1x2 slope, nougat 1x1, and top it off with a 1x8 brick. Okay, so next up on this wall, we'll take a 1x2 mason brick, standard 1x2 brick. On each side of that, we'll put on a window piece. Over here, we'll put on a pair of 1x1s. Here we'll take another two 1x1s, one of them being nougat. Then up top, a nougat 1x6 and a 1x2. Okay, so next up, we'll take a 1x4, a 1x3, and a nougat 1x1. Then a 1x2, nougat 1x1, 1x3, nougat 1x1, tan 1x1. Then up at the top, we'll take a 1x1, a 1x3, and a nougat 1x1. We'll connect this up in a minute. Okay, so next up, we'll need another one of these wall pieces. This one being the one from the Great Hall with no painting inside, but a lot of moss. Then a 1x1, a 1x2, and a 1x5, and that will just connect in right here. Then we'll take this wedge brick, a 1x1 Technic brick with a pin, a 1x4, and then that same construction of a sloped brick, and a double cheese slope. Okay, so then we'll take this tower wall, the one with the single splotch of moss, and put that there. Then a 1x2 mason brick, another mason brick, and a 1x1, then topped with a 1x3. And then for the middle assembly, we'll take a mason brick, 1x2s with the clips, clipping in a Gryffindor banner this time. Then a pair of 1x1 plates, 1x2 in nougat, then a 1x2 mason brick, and that will just go in right here. Okay, so then we'll take this tower wall piece, the one with the Gryffindor banner inside, and then we will take a mason brick, a trio of light tan 1x1s, as I break that off because it's kind of hard building it in this fashion, then a nougat 1x1, and another tan 1x1, and over on this side we'll take another 1x1, and that all just goes in right here. Then we'll take a 1x2 mason brick, and two standard 1x2 bricks. Then we'll take this wedge brick, three tan 1x1s, and then this wedge brick. So now we just need to build the main wall, and we're done with the exterior. Okay, so here are all of the parts you'll need for the next section. So we'll start with a 2x2 brick, then a pair of 1x2s, then a 1x2 mason brick, and a 1x2 normal brick, and then a pair of 2x2s. That will go on right here, and in the gap formed here we will put in one of these window assemblies. Then here we'll take a corner brick, 1x2 mason brick, a 1x1, then two 1x2s and a mason brick. Then in here we'll put on one of these 1x1x3s with the clips. That'll attach in right here. Another column of windows, and a 1x1 and a tile that will go in here. And then we'll take this large door piece and just clip that in. Okay. So then we'll take a corner brick, another corner brick, and a 1x1. Then we'll take this arch piece, and then the two 1x4 arches. Back here goes a nougat 1x1. Then we'll take another 1x2 and build a lantern as such, and that goes here towards the back. Then another corner brick, a 1x4, 1x3, and a 1x4 here in the back. So that is everything for the exterior. So now let's build up the interior of the model. Starting with the Slytherin dormitory and common room. Okay, so starting off, we'll build the bed, which is similar to the one in the Whomping Willow, but it's built differently because of the availability of parts in certain colors. So we'll take a 1x5, a couple of 1x2s, and another 1x5 as such. Then a couple of 1x4s in dark green. Then a 1x2 double cheese slope in white for the pillow. Then at the back we'll put on this piece, which the figure's feet can connect into. And that just attaches right on here. Then at the back we have a fish tank. So we'll take a 2x4, a couple of these bricks underneath, and a 1x1 in that light blue. Then a stud with a hole in it. This frog for some sea life. And this grass piece for foliage. And we'll put on this back windshield from the Ford Anglia. And a couple of 2x2 jumpers. That'll just go in here as such. Okay, so starting off the chair, we'll take a couple of these 1x4 plates over these 1x2 pieces. Then a 1x4, and then make another one of those sub-assemblies. So you have this. Then underneath here, put on a couple of 1x2s in white. And then at the front, for some legs, put on a couple of cylinders in dark brown. Okay, we have that. Okay, so finishing up the chair, we will take a couple of these 1x2s with the bars on the sides. Then a couple of 1x1 bricks. Then some headlight bricks. And into those we'll put on some 1x2 plates. For the seat itself, we'll take a corner tile as part of that breaks off, along with a 1x1. We'll just add that back on here. Okay, and then for the back, we'll take this piece, 1x4 tile, two 1x4 plates, and then four of these 1x2 anti-slopes. That'll just attach on right here, and that'll go in back on the jumper. And then for our final build, it's very simple. It's a Board of Wizards chest. So you take a 2x2 black column brick, a 2x2 plate, a couple of 1x1 plates, a 1x1 plate with a gold stamp piece up top for a piece, and then a 1x1 in black with a clip on the end with a black stamp piece. And now we'll just connect in here and create some stability for the whole thing. So that is the Slytherin common room. Now let's instead move on to the kitchen. Okay, so for the working area counter, we'll take a 2x2 brick with a pair of 2x4 plates. On the side here, a 1x2 with a clip. On the other side, a 1x2 with some Technicols. Then here a couple of 1x1 bricks. Then for sort of an open drawer, we'll take this bracket piece and a panel piece. So we have that. And then up top, a jumper, the ice cream piece, and a 1x2 tile for like some dough that's being flattened out. We'll just put this in as such. In the back, we have a little kitchenette area. So we'll start with a 2x4 plate, a mailbox piece with a fried chicken leg inside to cook, and then a door on it. Obviously, this represents an oven. Then we'll take a 1x2x2 brick and a couple of goblets. Then up top, we'll put on these silver slide pieces. We'll attach on one more with one of these light gray round jumpers. So we have that. On top of that jumper stud, we'll put on a cauldron. And then on the 4 available remaining spots, we'll put on 4 black studs for stove burners. That'll just go here in the back. And then to finish up the kitchen, we just have a couple more elements to build. For sort of Winky's area in the back from the books, since we never see Winky in any of the films for some reason, we'll take a candle that goes into that black stud with a hole in the center. Then a copy of the Daily Prophet and a bottle of butterbeer. Then here to attach onto the kitchen area, we'll make a rolling pin with a 3 long bar and a cylinder. We'll just clip that on here. If it'll clip on, that'll be nice. Okay, and then for our final build, it's just a cake, which is a white round jumper, 4 jumper studs, a stud with a hole in the center, and a candle flame. And that doesn't have amazing clutch power onto the piece, but it works. And that's the whole interior, but to finish up, we're going to build a couple of columns. Okay, so we'll be building 2 identical pillars. We'll start off with a 1x2x5 brick, a couple of 2x2 sloped bricks, a couple of little cheese slopes, then 2 of these half-arch bricks going in opposite directions. Top it off with a 2x2 anti-slope, and again we're making 2 of those, and those just attach in here and here. So that is the first floor of the Hogwarts Grand Staircase entrance, not the Grand Staircase entrance, just the Hogwarts Castle Grand entrance. Sorry, kind of tired when I'm making this. Anyway, so we have that. And now we can just turn this around to the front. So, thank you all so much for watching this video. And I will be posting part 2, which will cover the rest of the build soon. But for now, thank you all so much for watching this video, and I hope to see you all in the next one. Farewell, everyone.